Hamish Annie back to drive you home. Hey, the thing for me today is up this week and you called me out on something that I'd said that I could do.
A query to brag.
You queried to brag, and then you made me prove it. You called me on it.
Yep.
Something has been sitting in my mind since 2007. You've only said it once.
There we go. You couldn't do the muscle up. So you've gone back through your archives and scratched and scraped and tried to find the time I said I hot air ballooned around the world faster than Richard Branson, which I did and forgot to record it.
You have made so many outlandish comments. I
never bragged, so I don't think you could ever find a way for me to prove a brag.
I never bragged.
The men in our
that would
family,
be a very interesting thing to do.
I never brag more than anyone has ever not bragged. No, the men in our family like to play things down. I inherited it from my father. We don't like to exaggerate things. We just like to keep everything quiet.
There's so many that you've said that I didn't want to go back and there's one thing that came up.
Give me the category. If this was Trivial
Endurance.
Pursuit. Endurance.
But of a very different kind. I'm going to bring it up in about 20 minutes' time because I understand something happened like in the last couple of nights to do with the artist formerly known as.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were still talking about endurance.
No.
I was like, what has my wife been telling you? No, artist formerly known as, Prince is currently touring. He's playing around Australia.
Yeah.
After this, I had a great little story, great little behind-the-scenes story.
About the artist formerly known as Prince, everybody. Hot, celebrity, gossip,
That's
this
it.
show.
That's
us,
me.
Hamish and
Always.
Andy.
Don't want to brag, but I have it all.
Hey, it's been a week of big claims and calling people out on them.
Sure.
You called me out on Slam Dunk.
Yep.
Said that I couldn't do it, and we went out and had to try and prove that.
You've said, you've said a lot in the past. I can dunk. I dunk. was the sort of present tense. I dunk. You're lucky to have caught me with my feet on the ground because I dunk a fair bit. So you did in fact prove that given the right conditions, you could get a ball through the hoop of a standard size basketball ring. Not a basketball, but a ball. And that was clearly stated at the start. The other big call was the muscle up, the gymnastics move that turned out to be false. That's
No, I still stand by that. It doesn't turn out to be false. It means I can't do it now.
sure.
But
Back in year 10,
back in year 10 when I was about 35 kilograms lighter.
had the strength and agility
Maybe a
with no
possibility.
training. Anyway, claims were made, claims were tested.
Our mate Jez around here did one just off
Really
practice,
good.
no
But
training.
he is half monkey, so we don't know. We can't tell.
Hey, it made me think of a claim that you said to me as we were leaving the radio station around about 9 years ago.
Well, you've already told me it's endurance-based, so either it was something like me going, I could jog home and beat you, or something like that.
Now, you said to me I could get massaged forever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember saying that, but it sounds like the kind of thing I would say.
You said I'd never get sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, again, without a record of saying
It's a
it,
hard one.
it's just I'm going off your word. But, all right, let's assume I did say it. Could I get massaged forever?
Now, forever's silly.
Age would stop me at some point, and so would loneliness eventually. Not taking anything away from the chat I'll be no doubt having with Susan. But over time, Susan will get tired. I assume the masseuses cycle through.
I was thinking that we would cycle masseuses through.
I reckon I could get massaged. The thing about we probably specifically talking a back massage here.
Yep.
Like say you go in for a massage, and you and I have had a massage or two over the years, particularly in Gap Year.
Yeah.
Like if people watch the Gap Year shows, nothing Anna and I like more than going, God, we've just beaten ourselves just senseless out in the jungles, and what if someone around here does a massage?
Yeah.
We've often gone and done. We've
Had some terrible ones. Had one in Cork, in Ireland, that was just slippery.
I think there was some false advertising going on there. I think there was cross wires, and we walked out and said, I think you got the wrong idea. That one we got in China, the foot massage, it went on for about an hour and a half, and they just kept feeding us watermelon.
Yeah.
That was a ripper.
And telly. They want you watch.
We watched Chinese reality TV. That could have gone on for ages.
You've got a love for massage.
Here's what I was going to say. When it's one of those ones where they go to your full body, I never say this enough, but I always just feel like going, don't do the arms. No one ever needs the arms. But they think they pull your fingers and go, I'm loosening up your knuckles. I've never got tense knuckles. Just stay on the back. I always regret when you're off the back. So I probably would have meant, you could just stay on the back forever. I'll never be too unhappy.
And then the words you were used was, I'd never get sick of it.
Yep.
So if we were to set up this.
I suppose it'd be about finding a breaking point
Yeah.
where I got sick of it. But it wouldn't be... I could do. How long did I run that marathon for? 5.5 hours to beat Katie Holmes. I do 5.5 hours of a massage. Before I started to go. You'd actually get sore, I think, after about 5 hours. I do 5 hours. I mean, if 5 hours is impressive to anyone, what do we have? 6? What do you want? What's impressive?
Well, I'd like to see how you'd cope 6 hours of massage. See at any
on the table.
On the table.
Can I have food and drink through the hole?
You can have food and drink through the hole.
Will you serve it to me?
I'll be there. I might jump at a table next to you at some point.
Can I request my menu?
You can only get off for toilet breaks. I'd imagine you won't need to eat because we can find a 6-hour window where you can just...
I would like to be fed through the hole. Through the face hole.
So what if we started it at, say, 7 in the morning?
Yep.
And we went through till 1?
I'd do that easily. How long is that? Anyone got the
6 hours,
calculator? 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yep. And will you feed me snacks?
I'll be there. Yeah.
But will you feed me?
No, I'm not feeding you, mate. I'm not feeding you.
For some reason, that's just the difference to me between a fun event and my ultimate fantasy. Oh, Andy! Quarter pounder!
You need to honestly
Yep.
tell us whether you're getting sick of it.
So I hop off when I start getting sick of it.
Yep. I'll check in with you every hour.
Geez, a 6-hour massage I'll be very limber for the show that day.
We'll set it up.
Hey, let's book it for next week. I'll take a 6-hour massage. This is wonderful. Okay, so let's give the massage challenge or experiment in a nutshell.
Yeah.
How much of a good thing is too much?
That's the thing.
I have said, and the more I try and be really, really honest with myself, the more I stand by this statement. I just can't see a point ever, if I was getting a massage, where I go, okay, it's now not enjoyable. Yeah. Unless it was like, all right, we're going to get some steel wool out and start rubbing it in your eyes.
Yes, but and look, I think a lot of people will be saying, yeah, I agree with Hamish, but we're going to test next Thursday. Is there a point where you go, I've actually had enough?
What's the world's longest one, I reckon? Because the most on emails of people emailing in overnight on this issue, 4 hours was the longest we could find. Guy goes, I mean, he said, I played golf, had tight hamstrings and calves, really tight hamstrings and calves, and bad lower back. Had probably had a few too many beers on the golf course. Then he had a huge day on the golf and got a 4-hour massage.
That seems
and
long.
said, but I woke up the next day and I felt great. So, I've got a few lower back issues. Is the cure out there? But I just needed a 6-hour massage, and
people haven't got long enough.
No practitioner will ever give you one. I've got a few questions for you, Ando. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. So next Thursday, I come in here. We're going to have a room set up. Yep. Do you know what? I think I'm going to backtrack on one of the rules that I got broken. We'll have a room set up in here, I guess, with like an oil burner and some purple velvet, and give it the real kind of like low to mid range massage feel. I don't think I should get the high end, like the places they go on The Bachelor and stuff for comp. Like they get it for free because they're going there. But I don't think I should get the day spa experience. I think I should get the walk in off the street.
Yep, that's fair.
Purple velvet experience. Yes. I'm not having a go at the people that will be massaging me. Like they might be high end.
Yep.
But you know,
just as far as the facility,
essentially an office building with an oil burner, which is what a lot of massage places are. I think I should have to listen to the massage music. Because I said to you, I haven't listened to all of season 2 of Serial's podcast, so could I just knock that off? But I think that's
not the point.
I think it has to be a recreation of the walk-in off the street massage place.
Yep, I agree.
Except for the bit where you come in and feed me through the face hole.
I'm not feeding you. You keep saying this.
Cheeseburgers.
It's
just
one
2
of those things you keep saying, if I say it enough,
and
it'll happen.
like a chocolate milkshake through the hole.
Do you reckon that'll be uncomfortable to eat that way, though?
I'm looking forward to finding out.
Okay.
It's my total fantasy.
We'll have breakfast then.
I'll have a light one.
And I'll bring you a cheeseburger at around lunchtime.
Oh, a bit earlier than that.
Okay. Anyway, you're going to start...
Every 2 hours, why don't you pop a cheeseburger in the cheeseburger hole?
You're going to start at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
You'll be massaged, and we're thinking of a few different therapists rotating 90 minutes through.
Are we just going deep tissue here?
Yes.
Standard deep tissue?
Yep. Because that was the other thing that came in on email a lot is like, well, what type of massage? Because some relaxation massage, they barely touch you. They just kind of basically flop around on your back.
Yeah, true. And I could just have a sleep.
You just have a sleep.
No, here's the thing though, Ando, and I'm just going to say what I think a lot of people listening to this are thinking.
Yeah.
I might go for 12 hours. I might never
Have you got
come
plans
out.
after Thursday?
I got nothing. I mean,
so if we do the whole
I'm
show
just
and you're
saying-
still getting massaged for the whole show,
I'm just saying, have a contingency because I know we're going. Oh, you thought it'd be nice, and then at the 7-hour mark, you're like, get me off this table. Have a contingency. Have a guest host. Like, do I have to do the show?
okay, I'm happy to organise a guest host if you're still going.
Because I might just go,
and
hey,
we'll cross down to you.
go again, guys. Flip me over. I think I want my feet done again. Because I might just go through the night.
Okay.
Not just my fluids, toilet, and food. As long as you keep popping cheeseburgers
And I'm just
going
to keep asking you, and what the point then, though? Because I know you and I are competitors. We're on the same team.
I'm not trying to
here.
prove you wrong.
This is an experiment. We're on the same team here. The experiment is, at what point
Does it stop being enjoyable?
does one get sick of a massage?
Well, I went home and told Zoe.
Yeah.
And I said, Andy's gone, how long do you think you get massage for? And she's gone, what's he doing that for? I said, it's just an interesting thing. Like, how much is too much of a good thing? She said, but don't you guys normally have a challenge that's, difficult to do, like running down the Amazon an inflatable ball? It's like, I don't know, I think he's lost his mind. This is could be the greatest day of my entire life.
Well, it's Thursday next week, everyone. Hamish and Andy. Haim, tomorrow is massage day.
Yes, we put this off. It was meant to be last week.
Yep.
The experiment, I suppose, in a very loose interpretation of the word, my endurance challenge. And to anyone listening, this is the thing. You really have to ask people to imagine past what it sounds like.
Yes.
When we say, I'm going to get massaged for as long as it takes until I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of an honesty system for me too. It's no point, if this was a bet, it's not a hard thing to grit out.
No.
So it has to be kind of an honest appraisal of going, okay, what's too much of a good thing? Could it get to the point where you go, you know what, 5 hours in, I'm so over this.
And it comes from people
Can't see
going,
it
I
happening.
could just do massages for days. I could be massaged forever.
I do think that.
We're going to find the breaking point. Haim, it starts tomorrow at 8 a.m.
But
We've got three masseuses I've organised coming in.
what type?
90 deep tissue, 90-minute rotations.
Remedials? Do you know what I'm thinking of doing? Because I just think I'm gonna have no issue here. I actually think for me to get to breaking point, we'll be looking into the night. But so I'm thinking of sitting the masseuses down at the morning because I'm going to drive in just slippers and a gown tomorrow. It's if you're gonna lay out this day for me as if I'm not taking full advantage of this.
Sure.
Coming in my slippers and my gown. I might not even sleep tonight.
Okay.
Because I just can sleep on the table tomorrow. I might just I don't know, knock off a few things around the house, work away, go and do some yard work with a headlamp on, just get ahead on a few things, because knowing that I can probably get a full 8 hours tomorrow.
You're right, but it's got to be regular. You don't go for a massage for a sleep.
Oh, I do.
I know, but the point is you don't. This experiment is how much of a good thing is too much of a good thing.
I also think that if this was me 4 years ago, I might get bored. But now, just again, 8 hours of just lying on the table, you feeding me cheeseburgers through a hole.
I'm not doing that.
I don't. Through the massage, through the face hole. That was one of the conditions.
That you put down, and I said no.
I just can't see myself.
When do you want your first cheeseburger?
As soon as the breakfast menu's off, 10:30.
10:30? Okay. You'll have one at 11:15. We'll do that.
Thank you very much. But I'm just saying, Endo,
be worried.
I worry for you. I worry for you that this... Because I'm just going to say to the guys, listen, on a normal massage, what are we talking? You go in, you get a normal massage. They
You
go,
might
what do we
get
do?
to 4 o'clock and you're still down there.
They do the warm-up. They make you breathe the oil. They might hit a cymbal. Then they'll go back for a bit, legs for a bit, flip it, front of the legs.
Yep. So we're only going
maybe
back
some head stuff. So I'm just going to break it down and go, okay, you know, Trent, guess what, mate? You're on feet for 2 hours. So I'm just going to do the components of a normal massage and spread them out for hours at a time.
No, it's just repeated the same massage.
Oh, I'm not allowed to dictate where they go.
Just repeated same massage.
Well, because part of... I kind of ebb and flow through a massage. Like when you're on the back, you're like, yes, good, this is my favourite bit. But then you get worried, you get nervous when you feel them doing light fingers on the back because you're like, oh no, they're finishing up on the back. They're going to go to
We'll just wait another night.
arms, which are boring.
It'll be coming back in 45 minutes time.
Right, so it's like a Halley's Comet or a Lazy Susan. Don't worry, the lemon chicken will come back around. You just got to wait for it to come back around.
What about podcasts, Sam? You can podcast HamishAndy.com or on iTunes. She writes. Her name's Caitlin. Guys, I get massages for a living.
Jeez, that's good.
She's a wellness journalist in Dubai, and she reviews spa treatments. She's a severe enthusiast like Hamish. And she thought she could never be broken, but she's now seeing the other side. She said she said a breaking point comes, and it comes in the form of realising you're there, you're naked, and you're just sick of being touched.
Again, I don't have too much of an issue with it.
She said in brackets, believe it, it'll happen.
How many hours in did she say?
Well, she doesn't go for 9 straight.
She's not an ultra masseuse.
she more plays a lot of events over a series of days rather than just one long event.
A marathon. Question, Ando. What if, and we know that if I'm starting at 8 a.m., 8 hours later we're on air, okay? What if I'm in my 7th hour and I just don't see any sign of fading? What if I'm enjoying it more and more?
We keep going.
We go through the show.
We go through the show and we'll go into the night.
But what if I'm just like, well, I just have to go home because I have responsibilities. Unfortunately, I've spent 14 hours getting massaged. Yep. I'm loving it, but I got to go and do bath time or something for Sunny. Like, what?
I guess that's that. There was no breaking point. I think that's the experiment.
I just didn't break. I just got other stuff I need to do because life must go on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to love it. I just feel like I've got to flag this with you. Yeah. All right. So you know when your cheeseburger schedule is? I'll write it down for you. If I can do food and water. Experiment. I love this experiment so much.
Hamish is having a massage that defies the odds, one that seems to have surpassed all records of long massages and in turn catapulted him to a hero-like status, a massage that could be the longest ever in the world. Shush, yes, shush. Because he has to stay focused on letting his mind run free. He needs to be hard-nosed about letting loose, allowing his body to flop and endure, for he may be able to prove that there's no logic to the idea of having too much of a good thing, dispelling a myth to be forever remembered, a legend. Shush, yes, I know, shush. He's been going for 8 hours now. Can he make it to 10 hours and forever be known as Hamish, the Great Conqueror? Shush, yes, shush. The Massage Endurance Challenge continues.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Hamish and Andy here. Well, just Andy in the studio. Hamish remains on a massage bed in a different part of the building. You've had your own massage sanctuary. Come into me, massage man.
You got me there, buddy.
You're slurring a bit.
Yeah, still face down and gritting it out, mate. Give me a time check, big guy.
Yeah, you're into your 8th hour now. 8 hours, 4 minutes since you started getting massage. We are testing the theory. It's an experimental as anything as to can you have too much of a good thing? Hamish one day said to me he could be massaged forever. How much is forever? Does it have a time limit? At the moment, Ham, the rules were you had to tell me when you were actually getting sick of it.
I'm being honest with you, Ando, when I say I'm having the best day of my life.
You've been married, you've had a kid.
They're not listening. And I think Zoe would understand that as wonderful as our marriage is, and I'm the luckiest guy in the world, come on, this is an 8-hour massage. No, look, it's been fascinating, Ando. I'm having emotional highs.
Yep.
Not really too many lows, but I've got to say, I've got no real issues with this being the new normal. If we do this forever.
Andy is in the studio, that's me, and we cross back down to Hamish in a massage room. Are you there, Hamish? Come in.
You got me, buddy?
What a hero. Well, it's an interesting thing that we've come across. We'll try to test the theory today. Can you have too much of a good thing? People always say that. Definitely grandmas say it. Don't have too much of a good thing. Yep. And, Haim, your good thing is massages. You said that you could get massaged forever. So I put it to you, well, surely there'd be a breaking point. Surely there'd be a point where you're sick of getting touched or you're just too loose or become bruised or something, but you are 8 hours, 10 minutes in.
I mean, my 9th hour, and right now I've got Adele and Sarah, just a couple of geniuses, body geniuses, both working the pins, still finding some knots in those calves. I mean,
so you faced out. Can you explain to me?
I'm face down.
So your head's through that little hole.
I'm completely face down. I've stuck a microphone under the little hole.
Yep.
Apologies if I've got sort of a bit of extra saliva or whatever in my mouth because I'm eating Easter eggs.
Yeah, we need some kind of waterproofing on that microphone.
I'm not unhappy.
You're not unhappy.
And that's the main rule. I have to tell you as soon as I get sad. And I'm really scanning the horizon and I don't see any signs of sadness at this stage.
I mean, there's every chance you'll go the whole show. I mean, we have had to...
I might do the year.
We've had to quickly rig this situation. Like, we had to quickly put all the equipment in because I definitely assumed that, at least about a 6 or 7 hour mark, you go, okay, I've had enough on board of this. I'm going to come up and I'll do the radio show with you, Andy. But no, no end in sight for this. Pleasure?
I mean, there's been a lot of jokes being made that I'm acting a bit like a dictator. Yeah. And it's not like I'm ordering my family members to be jailed. Like, I haven't gone crazy. Yeah. But I do feel... like, I feel like a king. I mean...
it's hard not to. You've been rubbed all day.
I'm being massaged by 2 people and I'm eating Easter eggs, which in my mind, if you're the king and you're not doing that, you're wasting your time. I don't know why they sit on the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones. It looks horrible.
Yeah, exactly. Get yourself
hire some masseuses.
Yeah. Get everyone to sit under you and just talk to them through the hole.
Get a vibrating massage chair. Yeah, you lie on the top of the castle and peek your head through the top of the red chamber or whatever it's called and tell everyone how you're feeling. That's what you do if you're the king. So, I'm just saying, I can't see, why would the king change his situation?
Fair enough.
When he's at the absolute top of his game.
He's at the pinnacle. Hamish and Andy is our Snapchat handle. If you want to see the whole story today, Instagram the same and Facebook. We'll give you updates. But, let's take everyone back to 8 o'clock this morning where you came in and you were summing up the room that I prepared just before we met your masseuse.
All right, here we are, 8 o'clock, just checking the setup. Yep. Here with the massage table.
Well, it's a legitimate massage table.
No, it feels good.
Yeah. I mean, are you tense? I hope you're tense.
I'm so tense. I stayed up all night thinking about global warming. So I'm really tense. We're doomed. I don't know if 8 hours of massage will be able to do it. I can't find any literature of anyone going past 4 hours.
No, either can I.
So in a way, I stand on the brink of greatness. Ready to be a hero. We've done a lot of crazy endurance events in our life, Ando.
Yeah.
None as hard as this.
Well, no one's done this, apparently. I mean, this is what's interesting about it.
We'll be in rare air. Once we get to 4 o'clock this afternoon and I clock up my 8th hour of massage, we'll be in rare air. The funny thing is, I woke up, looked at myself in the mirror, and before we've done stupid things, the marathon down the Amazon or whatever it is.
Jumping off a big bridge.
Whatever it is we've done. There's always been that bit of on the morning of it. I always look at myself, you have that moment, you look in the mirror like, all right, got to do it, got to get through it. And I started doing that pump up this morning. And then I was going, what am I doing? I think I'll be okay.
But in all these things, remember, we always walk into them going, this will be easy. I'm not with
You're right.
Look down.
What I'm about to do.
You've looked down at the... But I'm saying, we underestimate.
We dare to lay on this bed and get massaged by health professionals for as long as I possibly can. And for the kids watching out there who need to be inspired, I won't give up, guys.
Well, let's talk about the rules. Because, again, it's not like I dare you to lie on a table for 8 hours.
No,
you've got to be honest the entire time that you still want it. That's
the number one rule.
That's the number one rule.
Yeah, even being bored, I suppose, is reason to go call it.
Too much of a good thing.
Yeah. The other rule is when I need food, you bring it and you feed it to me through the hole.
Well, that's
even if on my back, I'm flipping down face forward and you have to put it through the food hole.
Sarah's got some things to talk to us about that.
I don't. You've got to her early.
I don't know. She brought it up with me.
And it's very normal for a massage for a friend to bring a cheeseburger in. You don't get as many massages as I do. It happens a lot.
Sarah, the masseuse, did have a few questions with regards to the cheeseburger serving and eating while being massaged. We've got them after this. Hamish and Andy.
Still feeling good.
You there, mate?
Hey, buddy. Here you go.
We are testing.
How's the show going?
You're a part of it. We're testing. Just remember that.
No, I'm just... When someone's doing an endurance challenge like this, the other guy just... it's your show today, and I got to dig deep and focus on my goal.
We are testing the theory, can you have too much of a good thing? Hamish loves massages, and he has been getting a massage since 8 this morning. to 8 hours and 20 minutes. We got the masseuses from Body and Mindset Wellness. There's been
great.
A rotation of them, because it would have been an endurance challenge for them, but we've had 3 of them on rotation. They've been sending different people in at different times. It's
can I just say,
quite structured. There's a captain coach is Sarah.
Yeah, she's very good. I mean, I'm just giving you a heads up because Adele is on my feet at the moment. Last time she was down there, I fell asleep.
Yep. I know. Don't worry.
So just keep talking
we've
to me.
been recording you all day.
Just going to say, just keep the chat up, because you leave me be for 3 minutes, I'll be snoring on air. Because she's got some sort of magic button she keeps hitting down there, and I just keep drifting off. But at the same time...
She hits the snooze button on you.
At the same time, this is a very difficult challenge, and I hope I make it.
Well, I mean, so can we confirm, Haim, that you're not bored of it at all?
So far, still feel good.
You are enjoying it still?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Very much so,
well,
May I have another?
When we got earlier on, you had one request, which was if you got hungry, you wanted me to bring a cheeseburger and to feed it through to you through the hole as you're face down on a massage table, which you remain at the moment. Sarah was, I would say, captain coach of the
she's head of the
team.
company.
Yeah.
Head of the company.
And we had a couple of issues with it, and we brought it up with her first thing this morning.
Hey, Sarah, your first masseuse in today.
Hi.
What's the longest someone's ever had a massage for?
I think my longest is about 3.5 hours.
Gee, that's pretty long. Who went for 3.5?
A client.
Oh, say, I mean, you don't have to tell us that. Hey, and what's their address?
Let's give them a call.
But I mean, who looks at the pamphlet and goes, I don't know if we'll get it all done in 3 hours. I better book 3.5.
Well, it was a bit of a, kind of like today, a bit of a flexible time frame.
Okay,
and
just keep going until I say stop.
Pretty much.
Now, I'm just concerned that I'm going to have a nuisance coming in bothering me while I'm trying to kind of
I've
bliss
told him
out.
he's not allowed in at all,
That's
even
our
for
spot.
food.
That's our space. Oh,
Yeah,
even for food.
Yeah.
No, I can come in for food. But Sarah did come to me earlier on. She's joking there, but she did come to me earlier on. She's worried about you with the food. Sarah, can you explain to me and to Hamish why you're worried?
Too relaxed?
Well, my worry was that if you've got a full tummy that you might start feeling sick, and I'm the one who has to deal with the aftermath if that sick happens.
Trust me, I have never, ever had a gust issue in a massage.
She's not talking about farting.
I run very, very
The other
strict
end, my friend.
anus tightness during a massage.
That's good.
It's evolved.
It's
Excellent.
evolved. I've probably had 25 massages, and I've got an absolutely blemish-free record.
Not exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Like
no,
a zoo-
me neither.
it's
I
like-
wasn't either.
It's like a zoo enclosure down there. Very.
Not one escape.
Sarah, you were talking more about nausea and vomiting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so was I. I think Andy brought up farts.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. So I was just thinking that if you've had a bit of food and you're lying face down, it hasn't had time to sort of move, that
Yes.
you might vomit.
I think we're still going to go for it, Seth.
Okay.
Because we're here.
I'm here for you.
It's a heroic attempt. Let's do it.
Well, we did have a cheeseburger incident.
We did have an agreement that as soon as the breakfast menu was off,
Yep.
at 10:30,
Yeah.
a cheeseburger would be fetched, one of the first of the day.
Just after the 3-hour mark
And,
of your massage.
It was a little late.
Yeah, okay, mate. Barking orders again. If you've just tuned in, Hamish is still getting massaged. He's in a completely different room to me. Why getting massaged currently? 8 hours and 23 minutes into his massage
I just
today.
feel like I'm so far past the record now that we knew about, the 4-hour massage limit, that like on a video game where you just have that freak run where you're way, way, way past your high score,
Yeah.
and you're just feeling good.
Yep.
Like I'm like on level 100 of
Yeah, but-
Tetris, and my previous best was 41.
But that's when you get lazy and you
Not me. No. I guarantee you, and I'm a laser sharp focus here.
Not lazy.
Not lazy at all.
Hamish Nandy. Hamish is not in the studio with me, everybody. He's trying to endure the longest massage known to man. We're testing a theory. Can you have too much of a good thing? And he's 8 hours and 30 minutes into a massage. It's been relentless massaging, hasn't it, Ham?
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I still got you, mate. I hear you. Loud and clear.
But, I mean, the key to all this is if you aren't enjoying it anymore, it is too much of a good thing. So
it is.
In your voice, are you sounding strained there or relaxed?
Very relaxed. Almost asleep. But 100% back with you now, because I'm face down on the massage table downstairs in our makeshift day spa.
We did our best.
Oh, no, I'm not having a go at it. I'm just saying it's normally a boardroom.
Yeah.
And we've just covered one of the tables with a velvet cloth and put a book of inspirational quotes there, and some of those plastic candles with the LED flickering light at the top to make you think the candle's on.
And
but
a few
it's
rocks,
great.
and a few rocks,
and a couple of rocks. I'm just saying it's lovely. But I have to say that I'm still enjoying being massaged 8.5 hours in. Every two hours or so I am allowed to get up and go to the toilet and have a glass of water, and because I'm just wearing a robe today.
Well, you drove in one.
I drove in shoes, but I took them off, and I've just been walking around in a robe and undies. Because I'm downstairs here from where the studio is, I walked into the toilet just, I'll admit, in bare feet, with just my robe on, and
Can Adele hear this? The masseuse Adele, isn't she working on your feet at the moment?
We've wiped them off. But I was standing there, went to the toilet, was washing my hands. Guy walked in, looked at me, and honestly said, one of the guys that works on the floor below us, "Are you living here? Are you living in the building now?" No, I'm just getting a world record massage.
So Shandy. Hamish has been massaged now non-stop for 8 hours, 34 minutes. We are crossing live down to his massage room. Haim.
Got you, mate.
Now,
hello.
I mean, yes, I got you as well. Any signs of finding it annoying?
I'm honestly assessing my mood and my body. Mm-hmm. I'm still enjoying being massaged.
Well,
and that's the rule. As soon as I'm not enjoying it, we call it quits, and I come back up to the studio and I do the show normally. But I actually think this is a good test. Mm-hmm. If this works, is this just how I do the show?
Well, no. What do you mean this works? We are broadcasting, but it certainly would prefer you up here and more awake with less drool.
You just hadn't specifically said that. I just thought, if this is as good as a normal show, what's the harm in me just doing the show like this every day?
Well, you're slurring for a lot of it. I think that's
I suppose my nose is a bit squashed into the face rest.
Hey, earlier...
That's okay. Good to know.
You've been face down, you've had your head through that hole for a long time, and you wanted a cheeseburger delivered as soon as the breakfast menu came open and was available.
That was the deal I thought we had.
Did have that deal. You became quite the tyrant and barking orders because obviously you had to remain on the table.
Andy, I'm in the middle of an endurance event, mate. I mean, when you're going to those mental lengths, and anyone that's done an ultra marathon or a coast to coast Australia run, or Felix Baumgartner, the guy that jumped from space, anyone that's done an event that no one else has done would know. Your team is critical, and you cannot accept sloppiness.
No, but you certainly don't have to be as terse with them. For instance, when I delivered the food, everyone have a listen to the first response. Cheeseburger delivery.
You're late.
Look at you.
This is more like it.
The Limber King.
After so many years of work with you, finally, we get the balance right. This should be every day.
Not the balance.
I'm into my 4th hour.
Yeah,
I feel good.
You're doing really well.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Hang in there.
I'm hanging in there. You just put your head down and you just know.
Just credit
you've got to do it.
Yeah.
And you just got to get through it. How about you pop that cheeseburger through my food hole?
Okay. Coming up underneath the food hole.
That's good.
Yep. Is it hard to digest though when you get your back rub at the same time? Because this is part of the.
No, this is amazing. Just push it into my mouth a little bit more. Take it away while I chew. So I'll just say in. And you push it in.
Yep.
No, I'll just shoo you. Well,
when you want it out. Okay.
Yeah, okay. In. Shoo. This is my ultimate fantasy.
Combining two pleasures. Wow.
Oh, 3 really if you count commanding you around. In. Shoot.
What has today become?
You went to uni and look at you. You ended up like this.
Certainly gone to his head. Combining 3 pleasures, massages, bossing me about, and a cheeseburger. It is fun, though, combining pleasures. It had us talking as I left, saying I loved, after a cricket match, getting home, having a shower and a beer. It was just combining 2 pleasures.
Oh, yeah, that's good fun.
That's always a good time.
That's really good fun. I can't believe more day spas don't offer you food through the hole. I think if you were the manufacturer of the massage beds, you'd be like, we've built these beds with food holes, yet no one's using them.
I don't think they're called food holes.
Oh, it's ridiculous, but you should. Just hot chips.
13 10 60, give us a buzz now. You're going to have to put up with a slightly slurry and sleepy Hamish Blake, and we'll apologise for that. But what 2 pleasures have you combined? We've talked about Hamish with a massage, a cheeseburger. I'm a big fan of a beer in the shower, particularly after a hot day if you've been out doing something strenuous. 13 10 60. Are there other pleasures that you've combined that you want to share with the world?
Maybe you're the guy behind that LG fridge from the year 2000 that had the internet in the door. And you're the guy that loved the internet and fridges.
I'd love that guy to call up. Hamish, Addy driving you home. I'm in the studio. We wanted to hear from other people combining 2 pleasures. Katie's called us. Katie, welcome and ahoy. Sorry you have
Katie.
a slightly sleepy Hamish, but look, he's battling on. He thinks he can make it.
I'm digging deep, Katie. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for the people. Have I inspired you?
You have, totally.
You're welcome.
Okay, Katie, have you combined 2 pleasures?
Working hard. I always do, as much as I can.
What are we talking?
Nice, hot, steamy shower with the phone in the cling wrap so you can watch movies.
What?
Oh, that's good. So you're watching a movie on your phone?
On the phone whilst in the shower.
Right.
Usually accompanied by wine.
A cling wrap or a Ziploc bag?
Well, I mean, usually just a clip-lock bag.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, geez, Glad Wrap's a gamble, isn't it?
It is a gamble, but if you've got your otter case, you know.
Katie, have you seen those campaigns, Don't Be a Wally with Water?
Yeah.
Don't worry
I'm
about
sure
it.
it's very low. I'm sure you live in a flood-prone area where you're getting too much rain, and you have it on a very, very low trickle. And to be honest, you didn't. Did you necessarily even say the shower was on?
No. She said steaming hot.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, you could heat it up and turn the shower off and just stand there nude in your video cubicle.
Alex on 13 10 60. What ahoy to you? What 2 pleasures would you recommend combining?
Sitting on the toilet and eating chips at the same time.
Yeah, it's a controversial one, the eat and poop, but it can be done. I mean,
have you done it, Em?
Yes, but doctors frown upon it because I mean, just for hygiene reasons.
Okay.
Because apparently in the action of sitting on the toilet, you're releasing. It's not all going in the toilet, you know. Like it's in the air.
Okay, there's a few particles. But what about?
But I mean, if you're breathing, what's the diff?
Are you confusing your body as well?
Nope.
Like, no? Because I would imagine
it's efficient.
Your body's thinking, well, hang on. Aren't we concentrating on one end of the spectrum, and now you're trying
But it's all flowing in the same direction. In one end, out the other. Like that, the flow diagram is never interrupted. Well done. I support it.
Charlie, what two pleasures have you combined?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, to you,
Ahoy, Charlie.
Well, everyone, I don't know about everyone, but I enjoy walking around the house naked and gaming, so quite often I'll be on my PS4 gaming while being naked.
Nude gaming?
Yeah.
What game?
Well, Destiny and Battlefield 4 I'm currently addicted to, but Battlefield 4 is my favourite.
Yeah, good call.
And when you say walking around, so hang on.
Just walking in the other room. It's a lot harder to play.
No, I enjoy having a shower. Then if I'm going to, at night time, if I have bed, I'll just be walking around the house naked, watching TV, just chilling naked freely in my own house.
It's just nude and activities, isn't it? Combine nudity with anything.
With any activities, probably.
Nude gaming is great. Do you play online?
I do,
Charlie,
which then makes it a little bit more funnier because the guys that I game with are all, girls game naked a lot, rah. And I'm like, nah, it's not true, but meanwhile I'm butt-ass naked gaming.
Oh my God, sales of Battlefield 4 just went through the roof.
I know, your guys are all logging on tonight.
For some reason, it isn't quite the same thing when the guys are like, yeah, man, I game naked too. Sexy.
It's Hamish and Andy. About to head into the 9th hour. We're testing today, can you have too much of a good thing? And I didn't expect to be doing the radio show by myself in the studio and having to cross down to Hamish. I was still on a massage table.
Sorry, mate, just flipping over. You're not by yourself, mate. You're here, you got me. I'm 100% focused on the show.
Sound drunk.
At any given time, I'm about 30% asleep. No, but sorry, just flipping, mate. Hang on, Ando. Sorry, unlucky timing, but got to stay on your flip schedule.
You've been like a rotisserie the entire day, Ham.
I'm a very relaxed chicken. I'd be a tender chicken if anyone ate me.
I'm a Wagyu marble score of 120 plus because you have been massaged for nearly 9 hours.
Yeah.
You're a minute away from 9 hours.
Well, Sarah's just come back in. She's just relieving Adele.
Yep.
Sarah really has been the hero of today. She's an absolute genius at what she does, and I think this is her 4th stint. Is this your 4th stint, Sarah?
I think so.
We've got sort of like a zookeeper elephant relationship where she's just this absolute professional. She knows my body back to front now. And I'm not saying the elephant doesn't have anything to do.
Yes.
I've got to be a good elephant. I've got to lie here and let her do her job.
Well, speaking of, you said today that, and you've said to me in the past, that you always think of great ideas while on the massage table.
It's my happy place. I drift away.
And hence, today you're going to bring us those thoughts because you're in a position to record them.
Well, that's the thing. Normally, I mean, people would have this all the time, when you're asleep or you're having a massage and you go, oh, that's a brilliant idea. But you're not going to wake up. You're not going to stop the massage and grab a pen and paper. Luckily, I did get you to leave a dictaphone with me, and that's why I've been recording my table thoughts throughout the day, which I'm more than happy to share, because I'm confident this is my brain at its best.
Bring it on.
Table thoughts. Just while I'm getting a massage. Like an Uber service, but just for lawn mowing. So on a weekend, you just say, mow your lawn. If anyone around needs help, 4-block radius, I'd log on, I'd use that. Table thoughts. Are you honestly telling me that banana and pineapple is the only fruits you could fry? I just don't think we've looked at the others. Here's some front runners: peach, strawberry, very small apples, grapes. Table thoughts. Strap a virtual reality camera to a dog's head. It just runs around, it forages. Maybe you throw some bones and stuff to it. Then you watch that video using Oculus Rift. Working title for the program: Doggles. Table thoughts. Police have guns and they have stun guns, but both those weapons are to be used on baddies. What about a positive reinforcement tool called the fun gun? And it's a small cannon that can fire, let's say, 8 tubes of M&M minis at civilians who are doing the right thing and having fun. Fun guns. Table thoughts. Table thoughts.
We've got popcorn chicken. What about popcorn? Very, very lightly dusted, battered popcorn. Fry the popcorn. I'd try that.
Table thoughts.
Idea for an app, Maths Lock. It's a lock parents put on kids' phones, and anytime they want to look at Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, they have to answer 2 maths questions. So it's like, yeah, guys, go on Snapchat, but first, what's the cube root of 27? Quick, 3. It's just a good way to incorporate more maths into kids' lives.
Table thoughts. Table thoughts.
Mass lock definitely has a future.
Not bad.
Fun guns. Where the police go around and fire candy at people for doing the right thing.
Well, we don't know till we try.
Not a great use of police time.
I think cops storming onto trains late on a Friday night and just firing just shooting tubes of M&M minis at well-behaved patrons.
People that don't have their feet on the seat.
Yeah, I think it's going to make a lot more people who are maybe thinking about getting in trouble go, well, I won't tonight, and I'll get a tube of M&M minis.
It's Hamish and Andy. 9 hours, 15 minutes. Hamish has been massaged for, and I've got to check back in with him now as we cross to his massage room, face down, a microphone through the hole on a massage table. You're meant to declare if you're not enjoying it anymore. That's what we're testing. Can you have too much of a good thing? We didn't even expect you to still be doing this during the show, Ham.
Hello, ground control. Major Tom here. A-OK. Feeling great. Hard not to, really, though, Ando, when I got Sarah working some magic through the glutes, still finding knots. I'm like a well-made bed at the moment.
Yes.
No kinks, no crinkles, but she's still digging deep.
How can there still be knots? That's what I'm so confused.
It's stressful, man. I've been at work since 8 o'clock in the morning. Anybody would be stressed out. Long day at work. You know how it is.
I mean, did your wife know that you went in today just to get massaged?
Unfortunately, yes, she's aware. She's also got her own business life and own work. She's on deadline today and working from home. So as I left the house this morning, I received no points. For going to my job, as I left her with a 1-year-old in one arm and trying to send work emails with the other hand.
As you left in a robe.
I left in a robe and sneakers. I'm so glad Sonny doesn't yet understand that that's not normal. I'm going to have to start pretending to take a briefcase out the door and then get changed in the car.
Well, earlier today, we were getting bored. When I say earlier today, just a few hours ago, we're getting bored because there was nothing to do and Hamish was still getting massaged.
Well, mate, that's the thing with an endurance challenge. I'm sorry, it's going to take time.
We'd predicted those 6 hours in you'd get bored. We thought you'd finish, but you hadn't. And so we thought, would it be fun to see if we could switch one of the masseuses out for someone else? Would Ham even notice? I chose our boss, Grumpy Dave. Would we be able to send Grumpy Dave in and do the switch? How long could Grumpy Dave massage Haim with oil before Haim picked up on it?
Okay, I'm outside with Grumpy Dave. Thanks for doing this, mate.
It's my absolute pleasure.
So, essentially, we've synchronised watches. At 15:15, Adele's going to come out pretending she needs a bit more oil. And that's when we're subbing you in. Warm your hands up. I suppose the challenge is here, see how long you can massage Hamish before he...
Where exactly am I massaging him?
Go the back. Go the back. I think you're on his front. That's why I've instructed Adele.
Okay.
He is wearing his undies.
Okay, good.
Are you wearing undies?
Yeah, I've got them on too, so snaps.
I suppose if you get through like a minute, I just would love you to say, how's the pressure?
Okay, this is like a dream come true.
Adele's giving me the thumbs up. Okay. Good luck, Dave. Okay, Adele has just moved away. Dave has moved in. He's now massaging Hamish's back. Haim hasn't noticed. It's pretty gross, actually, watching this. Dave's got some form. He's really concentrating on the shoulders. Give the line, Dave. Give the line.
How's that pressure?
Damn it. Damn that. Pretty good, though.
to be honest, you could have a future in this. Keep going.
No, I'm
It's
done.
a marathon.
I'm done.
Keep going.
Look at him. Look at the king on his throat over there.
God, most productive thing you've done all day, Dave. Hop back on.
It did feel different. I thought you must have salt on your hands. It felt rough.
I don't think he cares as long as he's getting a massage. He didn't give a
I don't think so. The video, go to hamishandy.com. You'll see the video of Dave getting switched out.
That's the thing, Ender. If he'd have stayed on for an hour,
Yeah.
what do I care?
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
it's
he was
uncomfortable
he was
if you're
okay.
boss.
I will say this.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near as good as the girls that I've had
Yeah.
in here today. I didn't want to say anything. I just thought Adele was tiring because the girls have been pulling, we're past 9 hours now,
Yeah.
so they've been doing hour and a half each. So when I felt a distinctly different technique on the back, I wasn't.
You thought it was fatigue.
I just wasn't going to turn around and go, "Hey Adele, lift your game." I've been quite a lucky boy all day. I didn't want to push my luck.
I don't know. You've been barking orders at the rest of us.
Well, but yeah, you guys haven't been really doing anything for me. You bought me one cheeseburger in over 9 hours. I mean, that's nothing. These guys have been working flat out.
The video, hamishandy.com. We're driving you home. Hamish has been massaged now for 9 hours, 23 minutes. Can you have too much of a good thing? Haim, we cross now to you on your massage table.
Hey, mate.
Too much of a good thing?
Look, it's an interesting roller coaster of emotions. Do I feel slightly guilty I haven't come upstairs to do the show?
Yep.
Sure.
So guilt's the only thing that's getting you close to off that table.
But in isolation, am I sick of the sensation of being massaged? I can't say yes. I can't say that I'm sick of it.
Right. Well, I mean, it's play on. Will you get through to the 10-hour mark, do you think?
Will I get through to 6 o'clock? Well,
I don't want that to be your main,
I know the thing is, if I look, I have
Motivation.
to stay honest. I mean, if I suddenly go, you know what, I'm over this before 6,
Yep.
I
You'll call
walk.
it.
But at the same time, I'm just digging so deep
Hmm.
and inspiring so many people around Australia right now with almost a 6-hour shattering of the longest ever recorded receiving of a massage we could find.
We could find, yeah.
That it would blow my mind to. I mean, I get sad when I think about not being massaged anymore. What will I do? What if I get tense?
Well, hey, before we realised we were able to set up a microphone down there
Yeah.
and be able to patch you in to the radio station here so I could chat to you. There was a bit of a panic from us.
Sure.
I thought definitely we'd need a co-host for at least the second half at short notice. So I did do a ring around earlier on, just before the show started. Rang a few people that would regularly fill in. Started with Steve Curry just to see if the idea of you taking the day off just for a massage would
Well, I hope you explained the endurance aspect.
would fly with anyone, and see if anyone could potentially fill in for this hour.
Hello?
Kaz, it's Andy, mate. How are you?
G'day, mate. Very well, thanks. How you going?
Yeah, very well. I know it's short notice, but I was ringing to see if you've got any time this afternoon to do a radio show.
Where's home?
He's getting a massage.
He's what?
He's getting a massage, yeah.
He's getting a massage.
He's been getting massaged since 8 this morning.
What? How many niggles has that guy got?
He must have been pretty tense. I'll explain. I mean, it'd be an hour of your time, but...
How long's that going to take?
An hour.
Oh, dude. I don't think so, man.
Okay.
You should find another on-air partner, too.
Steve Curry was no help, so I called one of Australia's favourite comedians, Dave Hughes.
Yo.
Hughesy, Andy.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
Long shot, short notice, but wondering whether you'd be able to do an hour of the radio show this afternoon with me.
Between what time?
5 and 6.
Mate, I do my own show at the same time, but...
What show?
The Hughes and Kate show.
Oh, right.
We might be able to synchronise in between songs, possibly.
Yeah, sure.
I might have to cut out halfway during conversations,
Yeah,
but...
and go back to talking to Kate.
But I can't see a problem.
But I did see a problem with that, so I tried FM radio veteran, he'd love me calling him a veteran, old bastard, Mick Molloy.
Hello.
Mickey, it's Andy Lee.
G'day, Andy. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate.
What's going on?
Hey, just wondering, I know this is very short notice, but whether you'd be able to do the radio show with me this afternoon from 5 o'clock onwards. Just 1 hour.
1 hour? Why?
Aim's unavailable.
Well, what's he doing? Giving evidence of the Royal Commission?
No,
what's he doing?
He's getting a massage.
Oh, well, that's the end of FM radio. What, he can't reschedule?
No, he's just, he said he could not get enough of massages. He could get massage forever, so he started him at 8 this morning.
Now, is he drunk with power? Does he not care anymore? What's going on?
I think he left care a while back.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
No worries, mate.
He's a bum. Get rid of him.
So I'm stuck with you, old pal.
You know you're in trouble when Mick Molloy's calling you a bum. There was one thing and one thing only I heard in Mick's voice there, and that was just sheer jealousy that he hasn't thought of being massaged the whole way through a show.
It's Hamish and Andy. We cross back down now to the massage room. Haim is still sitting there some 9 hours and 37 minutes.
Hey, buddy.
Since hands first touched down on your back.
Yep.
And then have since not left your body. Massaging, look, the entire time. It's pretty incredible that you're still fine with it.
I'm great with it, Ando. And hi, everyone. How's it going? Don't worry about me. I'm hanging in there, guys. I'm slogging it out. And look, can I just say...
Stay strong, bud.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I've got Sarah. Sarah's back on me. Sarah's been leading the charge today here. She runs Body and Mindset Wellness. So she's the chief, and she's led from the front. I'm in the pregnancy position at the moment.
Do you think they bought you a few more hours?
She's changed it up. And, that's what happens when you get into a relationship, when you get into a massage relationship like this, you just can't go front, back for 10 hours. Yep. And she introduced me to the pregnancy position, which is on your side, with your top leg supported by a pillow. And it's wonderful. And I recommend it for all guys. It's something guys would never get to try, the pregnancy massage. It's just a delightful massage. It's reinvigorating.
You're really at the buffet today, aren't you?
I have gone down the end of the buffet to the salads you would never normally try, and I've had 2 plates full. I've done everything. I did an hour of I said to one of the girls, hey, you know when you're at the hairdressers and they give you that shampoo massage? Yeah. Just do that for an hour. I've just had it all, boy. I've had it all.
Well, all hasn't been, just relaxing. When, thoughts have come into your head, things that you think might be brilliant. You've had a dictaphone down there that I left you with. I said, come on, at least record your ponderings. Because you've always told me that it's a creative space for you when you get a massage.
That's the whole point of a massage, isn't it? You float away. Your mind floats away. And usually you forget good ideas. But luckily the dictaphone was there to capture them.
Table thoughts.
Certainly a market for finding very big, tall trees without many branches on them and holding cat races up them. If you had a big cherry picker there at the top to get the cats off, I think people would really enjoy the sport. I think they're ready for it, and I think the cats would enjoy it too.
Table thoughts.
Toilet turbine. Put a very, very small water turbine in your toilets. Every time you flush, it generates electricity. You're not going to get heaps, but better than nothing, guys.
Table thoughts.
I think 1 in 10 cartons of milk, say if you're a milk company, just 1 in 10, just make it chocolate milk. I know it's not what people bought, but honestly, do you really think people would care that much when they open it up and it's a chocolate milk party? You'd be famous. You'd easily, all other milk companies will fold in 1 year. Guaranteed.
Table thoughts.
Is the Navy thinking seriously enough about building a submarine that is exactly the same size and shape as a whale but can fire torpedoes out its mouth? They probably are, and it's probably classified, but in case they're not, they should be.
Table thoughts.
Still think about that time that guy said nothing like eating a freshly cooked twisty off the production line. It should be like a restaurant or a cafe you can go and get red hot, freshly cooked twisties. Like a Twisties bakery.
Table thoughts.
elements to the triathlon. So competitors get off the bike and have to get a bullseye before the run. Give slow cyclists a chance to get back in the game. Table thoughts. Table thoughts.
Would that make it a quadathlon or?
Yeah, that's because it's 3 sports and a hobby. No offense to darts. So you're allowed to slip. It's like 3 sports and an activity. So you're not actually adding a sport. Again, no offense to darts.
Hamish and Andy. Hamish, you are still on the massage table, some 9 hours and 43 minutes of being constantly massaged. We must check in, because this whole thing is an experiment. Can you have too much of a good thing? How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good.
To the point where you still want to keep going.
I mean, I suppose I'm less tense than when I began.
Yep.
9 hours and 43 minutes ago, Sarah, who's massaging me, has just given me high eyebrows like, oh, you'd want to hope so, buddy. I think it's an interesting thing that happens to your body.
Can you ask Sarah what she'd price out the 9 hour 45?
Sarah, what would let's call it 10. What would a 10-hour session be if you had to go straight through? Like, how much per hour, is the normal rate? There'd be
you'd hope so, yeah.
You'd be looking at $1,000 massage.
$1,000 massage.
She's really looking after you. And I'd say, do you know what? I'd say that's cheap if you got Sarah.
Haim, do you think, I mean, obviously people are wondering, has it been hard for you? The whole point of this, it can't be hard for you, but you're suggesting it's still inspiring. How do you rate your inspiration, how hard it's been for you? Compare it to, say, Cadel Evans, who won the Tour de France, Tim McCartney's Stake, the first Australian to get up Everest without any oxygen. Just tell us whereabouts you sit in that kind of hierarchy.
Look, the similarity between me, Cadel, and Tim, we're 3 men doing what we love. Cadel loves bike riding.
Yep.
I've met him.
Yep.
And I can attest to that. Yep. Tim, same thing. Yep. He loves mountains. He loves mountaineering. He gets antsy if he's at a cafe. He wants to climb a mountain. So he was in his absolute element. And I really enjoy getting massages.
Is it constant focus? Is it constant attention, do you think?
Yeah, that's the thing. So your body's doing something it loves doing, but you need the mental strength to keep enjoying it.
And you're always switched on.
And you're completely alert.
Yep. How do you explain this? Because we've mic'd up your massage
Walk
room.
Into this one, I know exactly what you're doing. Are you telling me Tim McCartney went up Everest and didn't have a nap? He had several of them, mate.
It's Hamish and Andy. We'll bring this thing home.
Witch hunt.
10-hour mark. It's a witch hunt. We've found the witch. It wasn't hard to find him or locate him.
Sleeping in the bath.
He's slippery, so he might escape our trap, but he's been in the same place for the last 10 hours.
Good old witch.
Hamish and Andy. Crossing back down to the massage room where Hamish is still on the massage table. I'm perplexed. I spoke to my girlfriend just before I left early today, Ham, and I said, how long do you reckon he'll be on the massage chair for? She goes, he'll probably be bored by about the 3.5 hour mark. It is the 9 hour and 57 mark.
Still here, Ando.
And, well, tell me, we're testing the theory, can you have too much of a good thing?
Well, look, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yep.
Well, I love massages.
So at what point... I mean, we're going to finish up because I can't be bothered with this anymore.
I know.
And my point to you is... And 10 hours is great, and I think it has to be some kind of record because no one else can be bothered doing it.
No one's really got the time or the money to do this. I mean, thank God for Sarah here that she's come in. She's suspended the rest of her business, body and mindset wellness, by the way. Can't be beat. She's taken the whole day off. She's brought her girls in. So, they're not doing anything today. But who's in the real world got the time and the money to get a 10-hour rub down? That's 600 minutes, face down, face up. I'm in the pregnancy position at the moment for something different.
What would stop you then?
Well, here's the thing. You have to go, what is this challenge about? What is this ridiculous day about? Is it, why would you stop? You would... probably the thoughts of stopping have entered my head because I have other things to do, like, you know.
It's not due to a lack of pleasure, it's just
scheduled. Life must go on.
So if you
I have
a wife and a child...
I mean, it's Sonny's bath time. He's in bed by 7. And I would feel bad going almost the whole day having no interaction with him because at this stage, 10 hours into a massage, do I need more massage? I do not need more massage.
Well, as you come into the end, Ham...
But I'm loving the fact that I've been able to do this for 10 hours and I've been able to set this record, dig deep, show the world that, yes, it's possible.
Well,
if you believe in yourself, you can get massage for 10 hours.
I'm as surprised as you are that the world is inspired, but Amy joins us on 131060. Amy, it's the People's Show.
Hi.
Ahoy, Amy.
Ahoy, boys.
As Hamish comes into this final minute, anything for him? Any words of encouragement?
I just wanted to say I am so proud of you, Hamish. I went and got a massage. I had to, I quit out at, 30 minutes. I was like, no, this is enough for me.
Yep.
I am just, you are a god amongst men for doing this. I'm so proud.
This is like doing 50 rounds in the UFC. No tap outs, baby.
Scott.
A very gentle UFC.
Scott, we've got 37 seconds before we reach the 10-hour mark. Scott, any last words for Hamish?
Yeah, mate, look, you're 37 seconds in, left to go, mate. You can do it. I believe in you. You've inspired me. I've been stuck in the truck now for 11 hours, so as soon as I get off, I'm going to go get a massage myself.
Oh, mate. And
So what do you
switch. I'll drive your truck.
What do you reckon's harder, Scott? Driving a truck for 11 hours or what Hamish had to do?
Tough to say, though, isn't it, Scott?
I'm going to go with driving a truck, mate.
It's tough to say. It was tough to say, though. It was neck and neck, but the truck might have just got there.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's it. That's that, is it?
Yep.
10 hours.
Do you think it deserved more?
We did. Hey, so can you get the little chime? Can you do the ding?
Yes, it has to finish.
And we're going to finish with the little chimes. Got the little symbols too.
Yeah, sure.
We use the symbols in massage to bring our awareness back to the room. Hit it. Reset your vibrations. Yeah, reset my vibrations.
Yeah, that's done it.
Did you get that?
All right. See you tomorrow, everyone.
All right, I might hop up. Well, 10 hours, eh? Feel pretty good.
Your body work? Have you just literally fallen over?
What's that? Sorry, my headphones dropped out.
Does your body still work? Or is any muscles still actually functioning?
Like a baby giraffe. I've got no muscle tension left. I'm just full of complete slack. I've gone completely slack. You've won. So you've clocked massage. You've completely beaten all tension in my body.
Same as Andy.
Good fun, everyone.